Hold on. Ooh. Scrumsh. Boom. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the July 26th, 2022 edition of MELLONfights. I'm Drew.
And I'm Tara.
And we are a sports and entertainment podcast.
We are.
Tara, we're a podcast. What do you think of that?
I like it.
Are we douchey or are we cool?
I think most of the time we're cool. I'm sure sometimes we douche it up a little.
Douche. We can douche out.
Yeah, we try not to, but you know.
Yeah. Podcasts. All right. Well, we're recording we're actually recording a day later and much later in the day than we normally do. So we'll see how this goes. Normally, guys, just so you know, inside baseball on this, we normally record Monday mornings before noon.
Yep.
It's actually Tuesday, and it's about 5:00. So it's gonna be a little different vibe because I was back in Wisconsin, and I prefer to record it on here because it auto does a lot of the things I like, and I didn't want to lug my equipment up to Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. I do like to do it in person, but this just seems to actually work a little bit better.
Sure.
So, but this truly I'm drinking. It's actually not as weird because it's 5:00.
Yeah.
It's drinking time.
Ooh, I should have a little sip of my claw.
Yeah, get in that claw. Here, hold on. Let me block the Truly when you do your claw drink. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yum. Now, yum indeed. And now I'll unblock mine. You block yours. So we can use it for both. And then, hold on. Let me sip. Scrum. What flavor you got today?
Lemon.
White Claw lemon?
Yeah.
That's all it is White Claw lemon.
It's just lemon. Keeping it simple over here today.
Well, I got the Truly mango chili margarita style. Because that's how Druzy done roll.
Did you bring those from home?
I was home. Yeah. I had I knew I'd bought the 12-pack, so I brought the rest from home. They were my birthday drinks. I was home for my birthday. I am 40 now.
You are not 40.
It's just easier to say, guys, I've decided I'm 40. Mm-mm. I turned 38, but I'm just going to say 40. It's just easy. So I was like, hey, how old are you? 38. Sounds like a little kid saying they're 5.5. Like, shut up, you're 5.
No, it doesn't.
So I'm 40. I'm 40.
Are you going to be 40 for the next couple years? Or are you going to say you're 41?
Yeah, I'm just going to say I'm 40. I'll probably say I'm 40 till I'm like 43. And then I'll start saying I'm 45. You know what? At 43, I'll start saying I'm 45.
Okay.
It's just easy. It's easy that way. I'm 40. I'm 40.
I'm going to say that I am my actual age because I don't want to age myself.
You could just say you're 35.
Okay. Yep. I'm 35.
Boom. So I was home for the weekend. We went to a brewery in Wisconsin called Wisconsin Brewing Co. It's not like an outdoor backyard brewery. If you've never been there, first of all, Wisconsinites listening to this, get the fuck there. It's out in like Verona.
Yep.
In between Verona and Oregon. And then the next day we went floating down the river, had some drinks on the Sugar River. It's a good guy. I've been doing that for years and years and years. Now it's a big thing. It used to not be as big floating down the river. But these companies that are doing it are making big bucks. I think it really exploded during COVID because it was an outdoor event.
Yeah.
But
I was surprised how many people were on the river yesterday. There was a lot.
Yeah. Our brother claims he invented the Sugar
River.
Which is so the Sugar River's in Oregon. It starts in Albany. There's this thing called SMB tubing. Free plug, I guess. And there's a campground that does it too. What are they called? Minnehaha or something like that? Minnehaha. And they make a lot of money doing it. But Trent said when he was like in his late teens, like early like 20s, the company didn't exist and they just would float down the river with their own tubes, basically. So he claims he invented the Sugar River.
Yeah.
Which is which is funny. He said basically I invented the Sugar River. We always thought it was funny, but it's true. It's so I even have seen the growth in the time that I've been doing it. There's just a lot of floating down the river. If you've never done it, it's a lot of fun.
You should do it.
Again, the only thing I don't like is like trying to stay off the wall. We could never, for some reason, our groups can never find that. I see other groups, they always seem to be like floating right down the middle, but we go from side to side a lot. I don't know what's going on with that.
I feel like we worry a little bit too much about it. If it were up to me, I would. Yes.
No, we run right into trees.
That's fine, and you just push yourself off of them.
No, it's not fun to end up in a tree.
I don't know. I don't mind it. I know people said there were snakes, but I didn't see any.
The snake? We saw some snakes.
I didn't see any.
We saw some snakes. It was a good time. I don't mind the snakes. The snakes don't bug me. I just want to get like a stick to the face.
Sure.
Okay, so that's why we're doing a little late. It was my birthday. It was a good time. And we hung out. My parents sent back a bunch of food and meat with us, and I stopped at on the way out of town, Tara, we stopped at the meat market for ribs. We stopped at the cheese store for cheeses.
Oh my gosh.
We stopped in a million places. We made like 4 stops before we headed home.
How much was on that gift card?
$33.86.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be $25 gift card, and the guy rang it up wrong, right?
Yeah.
Messed it up and gave you too much because they didn't know what they're doing. But you only paid $25.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, so it paid for half of what we bought at the meat market. If you guys ever go to Oregon, go to J.L. Richards. It's got dope ass meat.
They really do.
So did you have a fun weekend, Tara?
I had a hell of a weekend. I loved it. I went to a graduation party.
Cool.
For our cousin's kids. So I saw some family that I hadn't seen in a while.
Nice.
And then saw you. Oh, I went to Sweeney Todd at the Oregon Community.
Really?
Like, theater people. Yep.
How was it?
The singers were really good, but the story was terrible.
We hate Sweeney Todd. We hate Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
We've never liked Sweeney Todd. I didn't like the movie. I don't like the story of Sweeney Todd. It's dumb.
No, I agree.
I don't connect with Sweeney Todd.
But the people
did a good job, though, I mean?
They did a really good job. I was surprised.
Nice.
Just for being like a local community.
Did you get a little jealous that you weren't in the show? Were you a little jealous you weren't in the show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe someday I'll join the Oregon Straw Hat Players.
What was the most fun? You were going to say something was the most fun.
Yeah, the most fun was so during the intermission, Sarah and I decided to go for a walk around our old high school. Hadn't been there since I graduated a couple years ago, as in 20.
Yeah. Almost 20. Tara, next year's 20. My 20-year high school reunion.
I know.
That's bonkers. That's bonkers.
And it was super fun to just kind of walk around and reminisce, and I loved it. They have like brand new gym equipment. Yeah, so different.
Yeah, a lot of money got sunk into that school. Yeah. Somehow a ton of money funneled through it, and it's a really nice school.
I think it's called Bergamot.
It was never a bad school when we went. It was always a solid school. You know, It was a good school.
But it was fun.
So when you were hanging out with the fam, did you find out if Jeremy is a pod listener or just a snippet enjoyer?
I don't know.
You didn't ask?
I didn't ask him.
It would have been the first thing I asked.
He got there a little late, and then he mentioned something about the pod, but then Dad kind of interjected, and we never got back to the pod.
Shut up, old man. The pod's important. You're not.
So
now we don't know if Jeremy's a pod listener or just a snippet watcher. Well, here's how we'll find out. Jeremy, if you're a pod listener, email us
at
melonfights@gmail.com. Let me get the whole readout.
Sorry.
melonfights@gmail.com. And if you're not a listener, then you just see the snippets and you won't hear this and we won't get an email from you. Or you just don't do emails and you're bunk. You're a punk.
Text us if you don't email.
So
I found out that
no, you will email, and that is all I will accept as a response. What are you talking about? All right. What did you find out?
So, his wife got a new job and it's working for like Bell Laboratories, and she was like, "Oh, we're hiring right now if you're interested." And I was like, "Well, what's Bell Laboratories?" And she said that they like kill rats and mice and stuff. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's like my nightmare. I could not like." She's like, "Well, the rats
No,
aren't in our like in the office that we work in." I'm like, "Yeah, but I can't do that. I like barf thinking about Templeton on like the cartoon Charlotte's Web. So sorry, but that's not for me."
you're a weird lady.
It
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that either. But yeah, you could never handle that
no.
shit.
Oh my
Never,
god,
never in a
never.
thousand years.
I
Never in
would.
a thousand, 100,000 years.
Yeah, not good.
Um, let's talk about what is this? Let us talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
First things first. Let's talk sports. I want to talk about the thing. The nice thing about this extra day is we get a little more time to think about some of the sports stuff that happened. I want to talk about um the Kyler Murray thing.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It
So
is
let me
so
let me
weird.
give you some
Yep. Break it
backstory.
down. Break it down.
I'm gonna. I do that. You just
Yeah,
jump in.
I do.
We need to give some people some back. So those of you who don't know, Kyler Murray is a quarterback in the NFL. He's very athletic. He's a little short fella,
Yeah.
kind of for the NFL. He's under 6 feet. They claim he's 6 foot. He's not. No effing way. Maybe with some lifts on. Those things where they put
Yeah.
like the gel under their foot. You see them on like TikTok, things like that,
Ooh.
and Instagram ads. But basically it's a high heel for a man, but it's inside the shoe. Like so they're
Oh.
kind of on their tippy toes within the
Sure.
shoe. Short kings, am I right?
Short king.
We had a little technical difficulty there, guys. Kyler Murray, we were talking about him being a short king.
Yes.
But anyway, what a dumb term. What a weird term. Short king. My short kings. It's so weird.
I know.
People are weird.
People are
People are
silly.
weird, man. Anyway, Kyler Murray is good. He's pretty good. He has some pretty good high, especially the first half of the
Yeah.
season. He's been really good and has really good like stats, and he's like really he wins some games, and he does a really good job.
Yep.
And then later half of the second half of the season, the last 2 years, he kind of slowed down a little bit. Anyway, he just got a huge contract extension, 4 years long. And I don't know how much. I don't care how much. I don't care about that part. The weird thing was there was a clause in the contract that he had to basically watch so much film each week, something like 4 hours of film every week. Like he's like it's in his contract
Yeah.
that he has to do
Like
that,
an independent
which
study
is
of it.
yeah, which is not normal.
No.
For sports fans that don't know, or non-sports fans, that is very strange. Where it's like, hey, it basically be like you have a contract with, what's an example? Say you work even at McDonald's, but they're in your new contract. When you're at home, you have to, you know, go over the menu in your head like for an hour a week, like so
Mhm.
you know the numbered combos or something like that. It's like very strange.
It is. And
Tara, what do you think of it?
I don't understand because it looks bad kind of on both sides, right? So it's like, oh, we don't trust
Yeah,
Kyler Murray, the guy that we're paying all this money to do something on his own, so we're writing it into his contract. But
yeah.
then it looks shitty on their side where it's like, okay, like you're
We don't
really
trust this adult
yeah, this adult.
to like
And the
right.
and the other thing that's crazy about it is it's 4 hours. Like that's nothing in terms of like a week long and how much you should be watching tape. Like so the whole thing feels so weird, and it makes the organization look like total idiots. I don't know.
The fact that it's in I mean, how Tara? How bad must it have been though that they felt they need to put that in there? Like,
Well,
what was he not doing? Because
right,
otherwise, why they put it in there? Because it's never been done before, and there's definitely been other guys that probably aren't like big into like film study.
right.
But it must have been so bad. He wasn't learning certain things that they're like, this has to go in the contract.
I'm just surprised that he would
What?
like sign it because it just seems so stupid. Unless he was like, oh, well, I already do that. So, like, sure, put it in there. Like, let's get this signed. Because
No,
it was,
no.
I don't know.
No, there's no way. There's a reason it's in there. It must have been such. He must be. I've heard rumors of something like during film studies and stuff. He's not even paying attention. He's like playing video games and shit. I guess he's a
Right.
big gamer and he plays video games all the time.
Yeah.
And there's like we gotta know you're doing this shit. I don't know. I wonder if it's gonna be a thing that starts to show up on stuff. It's very odd that it
I
even can't like to put it in the contract. That's like to put that dirty laundry basically out there.
yeah. Well, who put it out there? Like, who is the one that said, yeah, this was something part of his contract? Like, I would think that's something they'd want to keep in house on both sides of it.
Well, I mean, the contracts are like basically out there in sports. It's the way it is.
It's freaking
It's a weird
stupid.
deal, man.
It doesn't make
It's
sense to
weird.
me. Because seriously, like I said, it's 4 hours, which isn't that much. And
I think it is a lot. If independently 4 hours during the week during the season, that's a lot.
there's guys that'll go in
Like
early in the morning and like just crush film for
Sure.
hours.
Sure, but that's a lot for him. Clearly,
Yeah.
otherwise, why would it be in there?
I don't know.
It's weird.
It is weird. The whole Kyler Murray thing has been so weird this off season, where he unfollowed the Cardinals and he followed the Cardinals and like said
That's
weird
the thing.
things.
It feels like they're dealing with a teenager. What's the fuck is going on?
Right.
It's like they're babysitting him. It's like, hey, I'm not gonna follow you anymore. And then now they have to like. It's basically like do your homework at night.
Yeah.
Like we have a deal. If you do your homework at night, we'll give
We'll
you
give
dessert.
you a reward. Yeah.
It's super weird, man.
And I just wonder what his
Like-
teammates are thinking, because like I'm sure that doesn't fly with them.
It sounds like he's a super talented dude. I know he's a super talented dude, but he might not have like the want to like get better sort of thing.
Was there
He's not Tom Brady out there. He's not Giannis out there. Like, I need to get better at something. I could be wrong. I don't know the guy, but
was there anything like, because he's talked about being in baseball and stuff, was there anything about that where he can't say that he's gonna go play baseball?
no, I don't know. No, I have no idea. That wasn't the weird part. Was the only thing I know about is what I'm telling you about, and that was the weird part because it's never been done before, as far as people know.
Right.
No one can think of a time that was a thing. It was like you got to watch so much film for this contract for you to get this amount of money.
I wonder what other
I don't know.
quarterbacks are
Usually-
thinking around the league.
Because usually contracts are tied to performance. Like
Mhm.
if he's winning, who cares what he's doing?
Right.
You know. But again, they got so much worse in the second half of the year every year so far.
Well,
I think 3 years now.
It might be part of
part
the
of that
reason
might
is
be
he's a
that-
short king and he gets injured because he's much littler.
Well, no, I think it's some performance. I think some of the stuff is that
He
they
gets
figure
bored.
him out as the season goes on. No, I think they figure him out as the season goes on, and they know how to game plan for him, and he doesn't do the re-game planning.
Right.
Like he doesn't learn what guys are doing against him. Like, oh shit, I should, because he needs to start learning. Oh, that's ruining my, I'm not getting any better.
Right. But I think sometimes he looks
Basically.
disengaged too, so he might be bored.
It's all the same. I mean, yeah, it's all probably the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like that's a lot of money to give someone like that.
Right. If you're gonna, yeah. It just seems like such a weird, I don't know.
Speaking of money, we're going back to last week, and we talked about your boy Soto and his money he turned down.
Yeah.
And then he goes out that night,
Yeah. Yeah.
and wins the home run derby.
I know.
And basically he's like, give me my fucking money.
Yeah.
It's clearly that it's not about the money as much as he does not want to play in that. He does not want to be there.
Sure. Like
That's
he's
what it
already
really
won
is.
like
he has no interest.
a World
Right.
Series there, and he's ready to
Yeah, they won a World Series.
go to the Dodgers
maybe it
and
is the money.
make a ton of money and be in LA.
Yeah, because he goes out and wins the home run derby, which I don't like the format of it anymore. I don't think the best person wins because of the format.
Either. That one guy was crushing
He didn't have the
it.
best night. The other guy was better. The other guy hit far more home
Yeah.
runs. But Soto got lucky because he went against the guy who hit less home runs every round, so he didn't have to hit as many home
Right.
runs. That's luck. That's just luck.
Mm-hmm.
Where the other guy was a better home run hitter.
Yeah, he was jacking
I don't
him.
like when it's luck. It was just luck. He would have lost otherwise.
I feel like the person that I want to win the home run derby, like the one that's like really showing off, never ends up winning because of it.
Ever. It's never like very rarely is it the guy that had the night where you're like, damn,
Right.
that was the best. It's like the guy that gets lucky and like faces someone for 2 rounds that doesn't hit a lot of home runs,
Right.
and they get sneak through, and then they have energy still in the last round.
Yes.
That's
It
bogus.
is bogus. I don't like it.
That's sports sometimes, though, too.
Yeah.
That is sports sometimes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you could say that happened to Boston. You know, 2 straight 7-game series before they went to play the Warriors. They kind of were exhausted by that.
Definitely.
You know, that they couldn't play the same defense at that point because they had been doing it for 2 months.
But you know what? Once KD's on the team, look out.
That's gonna be crazy if KD goes to. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that shit again. We can if you want.
No, we don't have to.
I just am bored of it.
Yeah.
I'm so bored of the Kevin Durant stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sick of talking about the same 4 people in the NBA that are upset about their team. It's boring. It's like you're boring KD, you're boring LeBron, you're boring Kyrie. Shut up. And that's why I kind of like Harden right now because he's just like, I'll take a pay cut and I'll stay here and
Hopefully win.
it'll be great. I mean, he'll probably be annoying at some point if it doesn't go well, but
Yeah.
Sports.
Do you have any more sports?
You got any sports? I don't. I just wanted that Kyler Murray thing, and I wanted to say that it's crazy. We talked about Soto and how much money he wanted, and then he goes and wins the home run derby that exact night and probably made a bunch of money for himself.
Yeah.
Probably made a bunch of money for himself. He'll probably get traded. My guess is he'll get traded this year and then have a different contract, with a different team.
Yeah.
It's probably how it'll go down.
The only other sports thing I can think of is how Aaron Rodgers wants to be cool, but he's such a D-bag that he's not.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Aaron Rodgers showed up at training camp in like a white tank top, long ass hair flowing in the wind.
Looked like the guy from Con Air.
And he looked like Chris. He looked like Nick Cage from Con Air.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks he looks super cool.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks like a dipshit.
And it's like he was like wants to be funny, but like he's just not likable. So I'm sure Packer fans are like, "Oh my god, he's so amazing and fun," but like he's not.
I don't know, man.
His personality is lame.
I hear most Packer fans say they don't like Rodgers. I think he bothers them a lot.
I don't know, but like
because a lot of Packer fans are like, you know, Midwest, down to earth, like small town folk. They don't like Aaron Rodgers' big city fucking attitude. They don't. They liked Brett Favre.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers isn't Brett Favre.
He's not.
I think that they still love Brett Favre. If Brett Favre said he was going to suit up this year, they'd take him over Aaron, even though Aaron.
I feel like they're such like hot and cold on Brett sometimes.
No, they're not.
I don't know.
No, they love Brett. They love Brett. No, they love
People
Brett.
were like calling him Brent when like he was at the game. I don't know. I feel like I heard it on the Facebook. No. Okay, well, I disagree.
No, he's Brett Favre. They love Brett Favre. They love Brett Favre. And his wiener showing ways.
Yeah.
Sports. What do you want to do next, T? Do you want to go? You didn't have to watch a movie.
Nope.
We didn't even talk about you watching anything. Though off camera, we'll talk about this real quick. Off camera, at last week, I said, "Oh, I want you to watch this show," and it was this Nathan Fielder show.
Mm-hmm.
Those don't know, Nathan Fielder is I don't know what he's considered. He's an entertainer. He makes TV shows that are like interesting. He had a show on Comedy Central called Nathan For You.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the idea was he would help small businesses make money, but a little out of the box. It was usually it wasn't like a scam, but it was almost like a scam. Like one time it was this it was just a way to make he just had this like, this is a way for you to make more money. And one time it was a antique store.
Oh my God.
And he basically what he did is offered free pizza to people on the street with a bunch of drunk people. They're always drunk. And then when they came in, but it was at the back of the store, the free pizza. But to get the free pizza, they had to put on like this fat suit. And as they'd walk through the store to get the pizza, they'd knock over antiques and break them. And they had to break it. You break it, you buy it. Policy. And that's how they made money. The owner did not like it, but once it happened. But he
Uh,
did make them more money that night.
I did not like it either. It was very stressful.
It makes her
Oh my
uncomfortable.
gosh, the
But
shows make me uncomfortable. But
he has a new
yep,
show. It's on HBO. It's called The Rehearsal. And basically, the idea is that someone who has a problem or wants to tell someone something or practice for something big thing in their life, they're gonna fake it with actors so many times that there's no way they can fuck it
yeah,
up. Like a practice. So like the first episode, someone wants to tell their friends that they didn't really go to college, like get a master's degree.
yeah,
To the point where they build a fake bar of the bar that they go to play trivia, like like a perfect duplicate of it,
mm-hmm,
because they have HBO money, so they do whatever the
exactly.
fuck they want. Tara, what's your take on this show?
Okay, so at first I was like, I don't, because they are supposedly real people that,
They're real
yeah,
people. They're not supposed. They're real people.
right. But
Tara, they're real.
okay, so I said supposedly because I at first was like, these people are just too strange to be real. So I was just like, man, I just think they're actors pretending to be these people. Well, then I saw the second episode and I thought the same exact thing where I'm like, these people are just saying too funny of things that are just too weird that it feels like it's written. But then today I went and I looked up just like the IMDb and I am now back on the I think it's real train. And these,
Because the IMDb doesn't have them as actors.
yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah, it just has the actors
Tara,
that are like fake
you,
Core, fake Robin.
yeah.
But like
Tara, it's
Drew.
real.
So
It's real.
so there's this guy.
People are he's really good at finding strange people.
Yeah.
Because he finds them on Craigslist. Always finds them on Craigslist.
And well, there was a guy on this most recent episode, and his name was Robin, and he was on like a blind date with a girl, and she goes, so like, what do you want to be? And he's probably like, I don't know, 30 something, and he goes, I've always wanted to be a professional basketball player. Like that was his answer, and it's like, but he's not a basketball player. Like what? How are you gonna do that? I just
Because because it's the delusional human being.
I know
that she found on, like, in it, not. I bet they get a ton of people that don't work. Some shit doesn't work, and they just
yeah.
don't ever show it. That's what happens.
And like I felt
They
like the fight with his roommate felt a little fake, but nope.
real.
It was
That was the realest fight I've ever seen with a
insane.
roommate. That's how roommates talk to each other, especially when they hate each other.
Yeah,
And that guy hated that guy.
he really
So
did.
we're speaking a little too vague for people right now, but so anyway, the show, I basically explain the show is you practice, but it's so uncomfortable. If you like something weird and uncomfortable, and you like to feel cringy all at the same time,
Yeah,
and you just like to see, and then, but also like it can be touching. It's
definitely.
very strange
Yeah,
show. Watch The Rehearsal on HBO.
I agree.
It's fucking wild. It will not be for everybody.
No.
I actually don't know where the season's going because I don't even want to ruin anything. But the first episode and the second episode were very different.
Very different.
We're very different. So I'm like, what is this all gonna come to be in the end? It's gonna be interesting. I think.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I
Watch
actually,
Nathan for
it's
You.
not as cringy as Nathan for
as well.
You was for me. Like this feels like it's still cringy, but like I like it.
A little
I like
different.
it a lot, actually. It's funny.
Yeah, it's good. You guys can catch up on Nathan for You as well. They're all 4 seasons, I believe, are on HBO. So get some Nathan for You in you.
Mm-hmm.
That's your TV pick of the week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to start watching more shows since we're getting rid of cable. I'm gonna have to just start crushing some stuff.
So let's talk. Let's move on. Did you have something? Do you want to talk about as far as that went, or do you want to get moving?
Let's get moving.
That's what you ready to do. Or do you have a Truly ad for the week?
No, I have a White Claw ad.
White Claw ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do our White Claw ad quick. Let's get it quick. Get it grooving. Get it grooving. Tara's up. Let's see how she did. Did she quote something from the 70s. Let's see.
No, I didn't.
What is the reference this time?
Well, here's
Let's
the
hear it then.
thing. I did 2 different ones.
Oh, you got 2. Okay.
Okay? So here's
That's
the
fine.
first one.
Do it. Let's hear the first one.
Have you ever been floating down a river on a hot summer's day? You feel parched, so you reach into your ice-filled cooler and start digging around. All of a sudden, something grabs you by the hand, so you quickly pull it out. And lo and behold, you've been chosen by the Claw. A freezing cold, refreshing hard seltzer, perfect for any occasion. White Claw, you don't choose it, it chooses you.
Tara, is that White Claw's thing, or are you trying to create a White Claw
I'm
catchphrase?
creating it.
You created the Claw chooses you.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor, Tara, for when I cut this together? The middle there
Right.
broke up a little. I'm worried I'm not going to get a clean read on that.
Okay.
And I want to put this bad boy up because I like it. It's clean.
Okay. Which part do you want
So
me to start
start-
at?
The part where you reach into the cooler.
Okay.
Or actually, you know what? Do it again, but do it as a drunk girl on a river.
Oh, God.
You're on a river. You're a drunk girl on a river. Let's hear it. This is your 7th.
Oh.
The Claw has chosen you 7 times.
Holy shit. Okay. Have you ever been floating down a river on a hot summer's day? You feel parched, so you reach into your ice-filled cooler and start digging around. All of a sudden, something grabs you by the hand and quickly you pull it out. And lo and behold, you've been chosen by the Claw, a freezing cold, refreshing hard seltzer, perfect for any occasion. White Claw, you don't choose it, it chooses you. Was I drunk?
I didn't say a horny MILF, 40-year-old MILF. What the fuck?
That's what I turned into when I drank the Claw.
The fuck?
That
was good,
that's
though.
what
I liked it.
into.
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. Dang, I got tan. Look at my face.
I think it's.
I'm colored.
Yeah.
I'm colorful.
What? I'm glad you changed it to colorful.
That's what I said the first
Oh, I
time.
thought you said I'm colored. I'm like, okay.
God damn. Fuck off.
You should be on silent, homie.
Well, what if I have an emergency call from the authorities? I don't know. Let's hear the second one.
Okay. Beer is too filling. Liquor gets me too tipsy. The Claw treats me just right. A 100-calorie hard seltzer with so many delicious flavors to choose from. White Claw, the sensible way to beverage.
How come all your White Claw readings are now like Megan Mullally from Will and Grace?
What?
Like you're very yeah, basically like a kind of almost like a housewife.
Oh, well, do you want me to
Like
read it like Krusty the Crown?
Real housewife. No, I hated that. I hated hearing myself do that. When I heard it, I was like, I hate this. I hated it while I did it, and I hated it when I heard it. I like the first one better. It's more fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take. The first one was better and more fun.
The second one is like...
What do you think?
Well, I wrote the first one first, and then I remembered you said, write an ad that says why you like White Claw, and the first one didn't really do that. So I just quickly wrote a second one. That is why I like it.
Yeah, but I meant more like do one that's like... That's why you... Like, that would be you drinking White Claw in the river and having a good time.
Yeah, because I'm parched and I get grabbed by the Claw!
Don't say that.
Okay.
I like that. All right.
Okay.
I'm up. I gotta find it. I rewrote it this time to make it a little easier on myself.
Good. Did you write it when you got home, or was it already written?
I wrote it today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Did you have the claw on the screen when you did it?
I think so.
Oh, man.
I just took a sip of it.
Did you drink? Did you take a sip of it?
No, but I can do it now.
I wasn't paying attention.
Mm.
Man.
White Claw.
Oh, I can't tell if it looked good because you're so choppy right now.
White Claw.
All right. Here we go. Truly. Drew Mellon reading for Truly. Truly Margarita. Yummy. Okay. You know how your wife has friends, and her friends have super cool husbands, and her friends' super cool husbands have super cool opinions. And this weekend, her friends and super cool husbands with super cool opinions are having a super cool get together. Pick up a 12 pack of new Truly Poolside, and you will have a truly better time. Truly Poolside. Now, what do you think of that?
I liked it. I liked
it's
the
mean.
sarcasm.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want me to read it again as a character or something?
Sure.
I ran out of breath on that one. That one breathed me out. I
Well,
didn't breathe enough.
Use your diaphragm
I'll do it again.
on this one.
Do you want me to do it, or did you think it was good that way, or should I be like I don't think I hated everything enough.
No.
I don't even know if I don't think I was sarcastic.
Try being
enough.
a little bit more like yourself.
Isn't that how I am?
Ah.
No, I'm way more of a grumpy
Yeah.
bitch. Hold on. Let me try it as me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your wife has friends, and her friends have super cool husbands, and her friends' super cool husbands have super cool opinions. And this weekend, her friends are super cool husbands with super cool opinions. They're having a super cool get together. Pick up a 12 pack of Truly Poolside, and you will have a truly better time. Truly. Was that me? I don't know.
I thought it was good.
Do I know myself?
Yeah.
I bumbled and fumbled it a little there in the middle.
I know.
This part right here.
I bumbled and fumbled mine.
And hold on. And this weekend, her friends and super cool husbands with super cool. Oh, that might be it. Hold on. You know how your wife has friends? You know wives, they have friends. And her friends have super cool husbands. And her friends' super cool husbands have super cool opinions. And this weekend, her friends and super cool husbands with super cool opinions are going to have a super cool get together. Pick up a 12 pack of new Truly Poolside, and you will have a truly better time. Truly Poolside.
That was good.
Was that the one?
Yeah.
That's the trick, Tara. You got to become it. I became it. I think I became it on that one. What do you think?
I think you did.
Excellent. Well, this might be our last week of Truly ads, by the way. I might have had enough of them. I think we just have some. We'll just naturally try to drop in Truly lines and White Claw lines. I think. What do you think of that?
I think so.
Or should we not give up so fast?
Well,
that's a great question.
We'll see.
What do you got to talk about this week? Anything on the list there? Is there anything else I said we had to do?
Well, yeah, we had to do our top 3 embarrassing life moments.
That was hard for me. Well, let's do it. Let's do that, actually.
You start.
We might do another top 3, but let's start with this one.
Okay, you start.
I will start because I don't have 3.
Oh.
I only have 1. And here's the thing. Here's why, Tara. I only have 1. I'm not saying I don't get embarrassed, because I do. I get embarrassed daily, just like micro embarrassment.
Sure.
That's me. I get embarrassed for a moment. I don't hold on to embarrassment. I forget about it. I'm like, whatever. I don't really keep it. I don't keep it in my soul. So there's probably been times where I told a girl I felt a certain way about her. She didn't feel the same way back. That's a little embarrassing, sure.
Sure.
But I didn't. After the fact, I'm like, I don't care. She does not. Whatever. I move on. I can't think of anything that I really held out. There's the only thing that is embarrassing. The only reason I remember it is because it was a funny story at the same time. Usually that's kind of the good funny. So the one I had was when we went on a trip as a family. I could have probably just used this whole trip as an embarrassing moment.
Yeah.
We went on a trip as a family to Mexico to an all-inclusive. I think I was in 8th grade at the time. Does that sound right?
I think so.
I think it was the summer before our freshman year.
Your freshman year.
I want to say.
Yeah, I think that seems right.
Year. Or it was during freshman year.
Okay.
I can't remember. It was in that range.
Yeah.
I might have been a freshman. You might have been 8th grade.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go down there. I think I was a freshman. We go down there, and I'm not very. I'm not. I was like really a little like I was not comfortable with anything. I was wearing like my shoes and I wore my whole all my clothes to the beach and didn't even like take off the first day.
Yeah.
I wore my shoes and my shirt and my shorts
Didn't jump
and
in the pool
didn't
when it
get in
was
the
super
water.
hot.
Yeah, didn't jump in the pool, any of that shit because I was a little chubby douche. And but this is not the embarrassing part. I mean, it's embarrassing. Actually, when I think back on it, it's very embarrassing that I acted that way.
Yeah.
However, I can look. That's the one thing. I can look back on things I did and go, "I'm embarrassed. That was embarrassing. I should be embarrassed for the way I acted."
Right.
But in the moment, that's not what I was feeling. So I don't think that counts.
No.
But so what happens is, like the second or I think it's like the third day, we decide we're gonna go scuba diving, not scuba diving. What's
Snorkeling.
the other one? The less snorkeling. And I didn't want to do that. I really wanted to go four wheeling, but these idiots all decided they want to go snorkeling. But we didn't go snorkeling in like a little bay or anything like that, with like where they had it set up real nice, which did exist. We chose this one where they fucking drive you out to the middle of the ocean and then like just throw you off the boat, and then you got to swim to another boat while you look at like the reef. And they do that, but it's like the windiest day ever.
Yeah.
Windiest day ever. We're all feeling like total dick sandwiches. Tara, did you get in the water?
I
Did you
was
and Mom
forced
get in the water?
to get into the water, even though I was
So
instantly sick the second I jumped on that boat.
yeah. So we all get super sick. It's a windy day. We're on the big boat. We were sick, and then we had to go and swim to this small boat. And Tara and my mom get picked up like right away. They don't even swim to the small boat. I think they just pick them right back up.
No, we had to
And me and my
swim
dad
to
are
the
like, no,
small
let's
boat.
do it. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So anyway, me and my dad do it though. We try to do it, but I'm swallowing water, and we get it. It's not that fun. When you do look down, it ends up kind of looking cool. But we get on the small boat. We're on the small boat, like, and we're just waiting for the big boat to come around and pick us up. I don't think you were even on it.
No, we were off it. Tara.
We're on this small boat. It's like me, my dad, a few other people, and like these three high school age girls that I'd seen them around the resort the few days. I was kind of like, thinking I looked cool in all my clothes at the pool like a fucking idiot. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick. The boat, I'm sitting on the thing. I'm sitting on the edge of the boat is like, all I would have to do is kind of stand up and lean over. I would be able to puke off the boat. But instead, I'm trying to hold it. I don't want to puke, so I'm just kind of sitting there, and I couldn't help myself, and I just basically turned and I puked on the feet of all the girls that were teenage. I don't even know if they were babes back then. I thought they were babes, I guess, but teenage babes. I just barfed all over their feet, and I was very embarrassed because they were still at the. I don't think I saw them again, but I was definitely embarrassed. Like I was like an awkward teenager trying to go to high school, and these girls were like a little older and a little more built, and I was just like, and then I just barfed on them.
I love it.
That's
so
the one.
Good.
I'll do one. I'm gonna do one because
okay.
I don't really have Tara. You know me. I don't really stuff like that. I don't like things to bother me that long.
Sure.
I have more like regrets of like I was an asshole. I'm embarrassed that I was such a piece of shit.
Sure.
But it's not really an embarrassing moment. I'm like embarrassed as an adult looking back, like you're dumb.
Yeah.
That was rude.
Mm-hmm.
So, or that was like shitty to act like you're that to your parents who give you everything. So right. I'll give you that because I really don't have a ton.
Okay. Well, that's a very good one. I really like it. I agree.
And long. Sorry, it was long.
That's okay. I've got one. Mine are pretty quick. But it was an embarrassing trip for sure. Like
other things were embarrassing
for all of us. We were awkward. Yes, we were awkward, and so weird. Okay, so unlike Drew, I very much hold on to stuff and remember stuff forever, where it affects me till this day. So the first one is when I was like 5-ish, we were going to a babysitter's, and we went to the preschool to like spend the day with one of the kids at our daycare, and it was snack time, and there was like this big jug of orange juice, and somebody just passed me this big jug of orange juice, and I had to pour it into a small cup, and I was like, oh boy, this is too big for this tiny little Tara, but I'm going to do it. So I picked it up, poured, and orange juice flew everywhere. So now I seriously, till this day, am so worried that anytime I have like a big jug of something, I'm going to spill it
How old
all
are you?
over. I was probably 5. It's stupid that
And you still care? Still are upset about this?
yeah, I think about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am bad at pouring. So
It's so funny that it embarrassed you and you remember it.
I
Like,
know.
you're so weird.
Okay,
What's next?
up
That's
next.
Tara. Can I tell you something?
What?
You know, like, you're fine. Don't spill, but you're fine.
Okay, the next one.
Nobody's cares if you spill.
Well, you're right. So Drew and I, when I was going into senior year of college, we drove down to Chicago and we did Second City. So we went down for orientation, and when we were like I picked Drew up and he was like super drunk still from the night before. So
Partying.
so I had to like drive down to Chicago for our first time, and he was like snoozing and whatever. We go through orientation, we come back home. On the way back, I go, Drew, he's driving. I go, Drew, I have to use the bathroom. And he's like, oh, we'll take this uh exit. And there's really only a outlet mall. So we got into I went to the bathroom and I came out and he's like, you took forever. Did you shit? And I was like, yeah, like, don't judge me. But that wasn't the embarrassing part. The embarrassing part is the next Thursday, he played softball with a bunch of guys from high school. And he decided to, like, oh, Drew, are you paused?
No.
It says Andy's internet is weak.
Okay.
Okay. I'll keep going. I can't see you, but that's okay.
It's fine on my end. If you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Okay.
Then we're pretty sure okay.
So Thursday was his softball game with guys from high school, and he decided to tell them, yeah, we're starting Second City. And I'm standing there as he's telling the story, and then he goes, yeah, we went to orientation and then we came back and Tara took a shit at an outlet mall. And I was just like, yeah, I did. Like, I didn't know how to respond to it.
It was a bunch of dudes her age.
Yep.
Like, it was guys in her class were on my team too. And
yep. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was so embarrassed. And then, like, I think a couple years later, they ended up like tearing down the outlet mall, and I'm pretty sure they made jokes that it was because of my shit in it. So,
she ruined the plumbing.
Yeah, I ruined the plumbing there, and they had to tear it down. So that
yeah.
was
I mean, Tara, I'm progressive. I think that women shit too. I believe in it. I think it's okay. I think it's okay that women shit.
Well, thank you for that.
One more quick one.
Okay, so I worked at a law firm, and I was working on an offer letter for like one of the highest partners in the firm, the chief operating partner. And he had he didn't redline a document for me. He was just like kind of talking over my shoulder and what he wanted me to type in this offer letter. And part of it, he was talking about how the person was going to get paid. And I misunderstood him because I didn't understand the word he was saying because I'd never heard it before. And he goes, and then say they're going to get paid. And then he finished it. And I said, I'm telling this so badly. But he said he's going to get paid in arrears. And I thought he said in the rears. So because I'd never heard of the word arrears before. And I go, in the rears? And he was
What's
like,
arrears?
it means like paid as some amount of money that you should have been paid before, but I had never heard that before. So I'm
Nor
like,
I.
so I was like, in the rear, and he's like, no, arrears. I'm like, the rear, and he goes, arrears, and he wrote it down. And I was just like, oh my God, I've never felt more stupid in my life. And like, but I had to tell absolutely everybody because it was hilarious. And he was also
It's the first time I'm hearing the story.
and he was also LGBTQ like part of so I was like, oh gosh. So it made it even more fun.
Because they
Because he was
do
gay.
the rear?
Yeah.
Why did you say he was gay?
I don't know. I was trying to be politically correct.
I didn't need all the other letters on. I didn't need all the letters on that one.
He's gay, so openly gay, and I was like,
So,
oh
like,
my
you-
gosh.
so,
So I
like-
just felt like it even
Okay.
made it even worse. Where I'm like, oh my
Was
God.
it someone I know?
No,
Was it someone I know?
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
But let's jump to emails because there's a lot of them, and I think I didn't read these full emails, but there's a
Ooh.
couple that gave me some ideas. I think we'll do one spur of the moment top three.
Okay.
Because I like when we have to think on our feet.
Yeah.
For the top three, I don't like to have it planned ahead of time. I like it to be a think on our feet
Perfect.
thing. That's why even when I do top three for you, I don't come up with my own because it's funnier to like have to come up with.
Yeah.
Something. So let's start off with. Well, we'll start off with this one because this one might take a second because it is. I forwarded you an email, Tara.
Okay.
To your email, to Tara Lynn Mellon.
Do you,
If you want to open that up.
I
And
don't
it's
know if
from
I'm
David sent another one.
Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to open it up on this computer
Okay.
because
Why
I'm
not?
because I'm not signed in and I don't know my sign in. Hold on, I'm looking. Oh wait, I got it. Who's Josefina?
All right.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, let me read this. So Dave emailed us, right?
Okay. Yep.
He said, first of all, he said, sorry, Terry farted on your head. I was a dick. I should have been more polite and cupped the fart.
Yes.
Which, really got the smell of it. He also said every sportscast talks about, he finished up with saying he he enjoys the pod and we're killing it and laughing his ass off. But in the middle here, it says, everyone talks about LeBron and the big names and all that stuff, but nobody's talking about the Hobby Horse Championship in Finland.
Ooh.
So he wants our takes on it. He says maybe it's because it's a woman-dominated sport and that no one's, on it. Maybe we should cover it a little bit.
Sure.
I don't know if you know what this. I knew of this sport. I didn't know what it was called. So if you can click that link, Tara, real quick and watch it, and we're gonna discuss this for a real quick minute. And I'll tell everyone else about it here in a second too. But hobby horse thing, if you want to watch that quick. Tara's reactions are like confusion, shock, and awe. I don't know if she knows what she's seeing right now. So I'm going to explain it while she watches it. So hobby horsing, if you don't know, is people the horses little kids had back in the day, where it's a horse head on a stick. Well, that's what these people put in between their legs, and then they run around and do like gallops and prancing and little acts, and then jump and hurdle like they're riding a horse, but it's them jumping themselves up and over like these hurdles, and it is wild and impressive though at the same time. I want Tara's take on it when she's done. Are you done, Tara? She's not done just yet. When she is, we'll talk about it.
I was kind of fast forwarding through it. I got the gist.
You can't. You fast forwarded through it? Oh man.
Not
Okay, that's
really.
fine. That's fine. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna talk about it. I just explained what it was while you watched it.
Okay.
So we can just jump into it. Tara.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? I have a lot of takes.
Oh my God.
A lot of takes. I don't know that
I'm like really surprised at how good they are at jumping over hurdles with those things.
That is my
between
biggest
their legs.
takeaway. My biggest takeaway is the leaping
like,
ability of
whoa.
some of these ladies. These young
Yeah.
girls. I'd say it's like teen girls up to like young, like 20 somethings probably. Not very old. And it's like
No.
But Tara, some of them can jump, man, and it
I
looks
know,
smooth.
and they have a horse thing between their legs, so that makes it
It's
even
what,
more difficult.
but it's
Like,
also
because the
fucking
horse could,
insane, right?
yeah, like the part where the girl like kisses the horse on the head and was
They're
like, "Good
crying
job."
and they're crying and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to make fun of people for what they do,
Um,
but this is really wild,
it
and
is
but
a
also
wild
but like
choice.
impressive at the same time.
Yeah.
Like there's some
I definitely like
leaps
it. The leaping part is good when they're just kind of doing like the floor
where
exercise
they're pretending
things.
like they're a horse, like doing like their little. The
Yeah,
leaping's kind of cool. Maybe
the
they should
leaping's
find
very
another
cool.
outlet of jumping that isn't having a
Sure.
fake horse in between their legs, like high jumping or
Yeah.
hurdling of something like that.
Well, they're
I will say
hurdling
it
with
was
a
it
horse.
is a white dominated sport.
Well, it is
What
Finland.
it is Finland, yes. I just
Hmm.
honestly, that was about one of the whitest things I've ever seen, though.
Yeah.
That seems like a white person thing. So, but clearly,
This.
it's almost like we can't afford a horse. What's the next best
Yeah.
thing?
The song was really good with it too, though.
Yo, the
I've been
hype
waiting for
video
this
is
all my
good.
life.
The
Yeah.
hype video is
Yeah.
good. I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't really have a website or anywhere for anyone to go yet. But if you guys want to watch it, type in Finnish Hobby Horse Championship 2019 into YouTube and watch it. And like whoever did the hype video, I was hyped. Were you hyped?
I was super hyped.
Your monotone response tells me you might not
No,
have been.
no, I was. It was pretty cool. I'm
It's
just looking at some of the comments that people are
I'm
saying.
sure they're
If they
awful.
had No, if they had had this stuff when my friends and I were little, we would have loved to do this alongside of the horse show we actually did. We always liked jumping fences by foot for fun. Ooh, that's nice. And I thought
It's
I was crazy pretending to be a horse, and there's a whole competition of it.
yeah,
Wow, amazing video. Catches the ambiance of the event really nicely. Great job.
but
Hmm.
it's a lot of young girls. It's a lot of young girls.
Yes.
It's dominated by young girls. Some of them are impressive athletes, and I hope they can like. Because I just don't think
Yeah.
I don't think hobby horsing's going to take off. But if they maybe can
No,
harness that for something else, because that's some good. There's some jumps, man. I was like, damn,
I know.
I couldn't jump over probably most of those.
When I saw this video, I started with hobby horsing, and I'm watching it for the third time.
I don't need
This
any
is
more.
awesome.
So I really appreciate Dave sending that to
Yeah,
us. We might try to get a little more. Maybe we'll
that's
do a little more research on it, and maybe so we can really fill people in more. I mean, he's right. We
yeah,
should start
or
maybe finding more of these unique sports and talking about them.
yeah.
I'm into this one. Uh, I don't
I
know.
am
I
too.
could
I
watch a whole.
liked it.
I would watch a full competition of it, not just a highlight vid.
I would.
If they had it
I
moving
would
good,
too.
if they had it moving good,
Yeah,
get a drone in
yeah.
there flying around. Get a drone in there flying around. Get some good
Oh
angles.
gosh.
Shit.
Maybe you should head to
Maybe I should get
Finland for
involved. Maybe I'll head to Finland. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
That was fun.
yeah.
I
Thanks,
liked
Dave.
it.
That was smart. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what your take on it was. It might have been meaner than ours, but we really enjoyed it. I don't know.
We
So
did.
let's flip to the next thing here. We only got a few more emails. We got one from our brother, Trinity. And
Yay.
it just says WI celebrities. And he gave us his three
Oh,
Wisconsin celebrities. And it's
let's hear
Shaka
it.
Smart, Micah
Love.
Alberti,
I love it.
and Noah Rickon, which I believe is the guy that was on The Real World
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah,
was in
yeah.
Trin's band.
Yeah, it was like his
If I'm not
guitar
mistaken.
player or
So
something.
Shaka Smart, Mike Alberti,
Love it.
and Noah Rickon.
Those are
That's
two
his.
Oregon originals.
Yep. Two Oregon originals, and I don't know where Rickon was, probably a Madison area guy, I would guess.
Probably.
However, we did get a second email from Trin. I
Okay,
think it
good.
was a few days later. And he's like, and it said famous Wisconsin revised. And it says Shaka Smart, Mike Alberti, and then it says wanted to whittle down your famous Wisconsin people to just all famous Oregonites, but couldn't think of one. So I copped down one with somebody I know. but maybe you guys know a third from O-Town. I don't. I think there was a guy in the NFL for like 2 seconds. Um, but he said maybe it could have been one of us with our good opportunities. Um, me with Odenkirk's wife, him with Jovi, Falcon, major management company from New York City. But but he says he thinks maybe we just like fucking off too much, and we squandered things. So
Yeah.
he's probably right. He's probably right.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's been opportunities for us, maybe be more of something
Well,
than we are.
there's a guy from our high school that was in a like 23andMe commercial or
Oh,
something like
who?
that.
Oh yeah,
Josh Hockett.
Josh Hockett.
Yeah.
That's it. He was in 23.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a popular 23andMe commercial. Josh Hockett.
Yeah.
Boom, we got it. He's the third Organite. Trin's
Nailed
not wrong, but
it.
let's take that title. Let's take that list. Let's be the top of that list.
Let's take it.
Let's take the title. I like Shaka. I like Mike Alberti. I like Josh Hockett, but we're gonna take that list over. The both of us.
Yeah.
That's 2 on top, and then Trin will get in there too. All 3 of us.
And we'll kick someone off.
We'll kick all of them off. If it's all 3 of us, they're all kicked off, Tara.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then we got one more email from Britt.
Hey, girl.
Our wonderful friend Britt. It starts off with a lot of love, wishing me a happy birthday, saying that she likes our pod and that she likes that we're ourselves and that we're authentic. And I'm not going to read too much of it because it's a little sappy. I'm not going to read all of it. But she said for my birthday is why she decided to start listening, and she's glad she did. She's enjoying it. She said she really enjoyed the top 3 fours, which is a good one. Top 3 fours. So here are hers. Mm-hmm. She says a 4-pack of Tall Boys. She says they're usually a little boozier, more interesting flavors. You can mess around a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. That is one thing I thought of as a 4-pack beer, Tall Boys, because there are a lot, like you can get more of like a microbrew or something like that without having to get a whole 12-pack. I just burped. I'm so sorry. Did it again, leaving it in. The other one, Tara, was 4 elements of the Zodiac. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
What does that mean?
It's like earth, fire, water, air.
No, that's
like
that's Captain Planet. That's Captain Planet.
Well, it is, but it's also the Zodiac.
That's just
because like
how's
they
it
fall
the Zodiac?
Into them.
Whoa! So these Zodiac people have like co-opted and kind of taken earth, wind, water, and air.
Well, that's like the bucket you fall into in the elements. So it's like
that was
I'm
never
an earth, and you're
that was never there.
An earth. Yes, it is.
No.
Earth sign. And are you an earth? I don't know if you're earth. You could be fire. I don't know enough.
I'm thick like the earth, so maybe.
You're like a lion, but I don't know. Because
it's all bullshit.
I don't know.
Is it our first time talking Zodes? Guys, Zodes be...
I believe it.
Tara, how?
I just do. I read my, like, the stuff about me.
The best part is like...
That is me.
Yeah,
that is me.
I could... Yeah, okay. It's all everybody.
I'm a Virgo.
It's all everybody.
No, I'm not a Leo like you.
No, you think you are. Yeah, I think you are, though, sometimes.
No,
you like it to be about you. Isn't that a Leo thing?
I don't.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I can't help it if it's about me.
Says the girl on the podcast talking about her life. I don't want no one to pay attention to me, none. Shut up.
You're pulling me into it.
Shut up. I gotta hear from her, and I gotta hear from my girlfriend, and it's just like, shut up.
Well,
everyone born on July 23rd is the same dude.
No, it isn't, because you also have like your rising.
And there's always there's always a caveat. There's always a little caveat. Oh, I'm not that though. Like, yeah, but that's right, because you were born at 2 a.m. No. And the sun was on the north side that year. Shut up. Always a caveat. Always.
I don't know.
Always a caveat. You know I'm right.
I also read stuff about Leos and I go, that's true.
Yeah, but you could read stuff about another thing and that would sound like me too.
It wouldn't.
Bullshit. Hold on.
Bullshit.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm looking one up. What's it called? What's it called? Your thing?
Zodiac
Yeah,
or
like the thing. The thing for the day. What's the thing for the day?
oh, your horoscope?
Yeah.
I don't know, like horoscopes.
No, hold on. That's part of it. That cannot be part of it. I'm gonna pick a random one.
Okay. But it has to be like someone you know in it.
Hold on a second. I don't know how to do this. Never mind. I don't even know how to like. I don't know anything. I don't understand this shit at all. This isn't fun. We're not talking about it. That's what we're not talking about it. Pass.
I'm just saying.
Pass. And then one more, and then her other top four was MySpace top four because it's absolutely unhinged. She said, "Here, I never was really. I had MySpace, but I got it right around the same time as Facebook started, and I never really did a MySpace wasn't that big among our age, Tara, because we all got Facebook like right away, like shortly after MySpace was going on because it was available for us.
Yeah.
Because like everyone was going to college and they had because it was all people in college that could get their Facebook stuff first. Even if you went to one semester of Madison Area Technical College, you could that still counted as a college email. So I had Facebook. I had a MySpace. I just didn't do much on it. I never got into it. So I didn't even know it was a top 4 on MySpace. I thought it was like 6 or 8 or something. I don't think I know there's a top 4.
I thought it was 6 for some reason too.
That's because. So I just want to know more about that unhingedliness. I'm sure people needed to be in it, and they were pissed if they weren't. I know that's a thing.
I
know it was a thing.
Sure.
I just know that was a thing. I just didn't know it was for. Like I know how people are, especially like Brit's younger than us, so she would have been real young while that MySpace was going on.
Yeah,
which is probably why she didn't have a Facebook, but MySpace anyone could get. Yeah, I bet that was wild. Especially amongst teenage girls. I bet it was like nuts. Like, I bet you people still don't talk to each other.
I'm going to read something to you real quick.
Let's hear it.
Oh, I bet. Okay. Strengths. Creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, humorous. Sure. Those are your strengths. Weaknesses. Arrogant. Your best friend called you arrogant. Yep. Stubborn, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible. I mean,
what is it?
Is that you or is that you? Arrogant, stubborn, self-centered, lazy, inflexible.
I don't know that I'm flexible.
Leo's like inflexible. That's
sure.
Your weakness. Leo's like theater, taking holidays, being admired, bright colors. Ooh, this is you. Fun with friends. They dislike being ignored, facing difficult realities, not being treated like a king or a queen.
Okay. Fair enough. I am a cliche.
Here, Leo.
Read a different one, though. Read one that is not me. Pick a random one.
What do you mean?
Pick a random one. Pick a random one that is not Leo and read what it is.
Okay.
Just pick. Don't have an idea in your head. Just pick. I'll pick one, and you read it to me. Capricorn. I don't know anything about a Capricorn. What are Capricorns like?
All right.
This one off the rails. This is getting long.
Strength. Responsible, discipline, self-control, good managers. Weakness. Know-it-all, unforgiving, condescending, expects the worst.
So that's very... there's a lot of me in there.
In the weaknesses, not the strengths.
Yeah. The weaknesses for sure, though.
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe I'm just an asshole.
Maybe.
Anyway, I don't buy it.
Anyway.
We're moving on, Tara.
Yeah.
We're moving on.
What's the top 3?
Oh, hold on. Like, I get back to it. I gotta get back to it. So she actually has a lot of suggestions. She says your laugh is
Ooh.
adorable and
Mine?
infectious. Yeah, don't let me bully you, basically. So she says I don't know which one to choose. So it's gas station picks. What do you like? What's your go-to snacks for like a road trip? Probably, I guess, or like just if when you stop at a
Oh.
gas station. Breakfast or how to get your eggs. Make up genres, song titles. The Lollapalooza. That was something I actually kind of thought a similar thing. We could maybe do that. Like we're supposed to guess what the Lollapalooza bands are and then go listen to them. I will say I looked up all the ones I said and I was
Oh.
surprised. I was saying it was mostly females, like solo acts, and I thought it was gonna not be that for a bunch of them. They didn't seem like a female. And then I was like, oh, this is a lot of women. I bet. And I was saying, I don't even think like 5 years ago, definitely 10 years ago, there's that many women acts at Lollapalooza. I think women are taking over the music business. It's interesting.
Yeah.
The music business is changing a lot. If you knew it was your last day on Earth, what would you spend doing? Top 3 most. This is surprising from Brit. Top 3 most bangable cartoon or animated characters. Top 3 favorite things from the early 2000s, cartoons, music, etc. Fuck, Mary. We maybe will do this one. Fuck, Mary, kill, Cheez-Its, Goldfish, and Cheetos. And weirdest thing
Oh.
you've seen being sold at a gas station while on a road trip.
What was the last one?
Weirdest thing you've seen at a gas station, like being sold.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck are they selling that for? Which I've seen probably some things like that. I think, Tara, either the gas station snack pick or fuck, Mary, kill, Cheez-It, Goldfish, Cheetos. Let's do that. It'll be quick. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill Cheez-Its. Because you know why?
Yeah.
We're a cheese nip family, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Cheese nips are legit. Cheez-Its are the shit. Our shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that again. Cheese nips are legit. Cheez-Its are shit.
Yes.
I would marry a goldfish because it's really, steady. You can eat a lot of them. Whatever. It's not too bad for you. And I would fuck the shit out of a Cheeto. I would put a Cheeto right up my butt.
Oh, God.
Ooh. Plus, is it puffy? Is it a puffy? Is it a crunchy? I don't know. I like both. I fuck them both.
I don't.
I fuck them both.
I only like a crunch.
So I did fuck, marry, kill. I'm not letting you do that. You pick 3 things at the gas station.
For a road trip?
Just no 3 things you
Nibs.
would pick. Nibs.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Nibs.
Yep.
Love them.
Nibs,
like
Nibs is like
licorice?
a licorice bites thing.
But they're much better than the actual licorice Twizzler bites. They're
I think
same
they're different
flavor of strawberry.
Oh.
Nope, they're both strawberry.
Hmm.
But the nibs are by far better.
A little smaller.
Yeah. Probably like a Gatorade Zero.
Okay.
And smart food cheese popcorn.
I gotta be honest,
1,
Tara.
2, 3.
Your top 3 go-to gas station pickups are rough. They're not that good. That's my take.
Ice cream.
Mine are weird.
Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Mine are weird. I did it today.
I was thinking road trip. Road trip.
I agree.
For some reason.
But I still didn't like it. There were little.
Okay, let's hear yours.
A G. Mine would be.
I'm
going for years. I actually did one today. I hadn't done it in a while. I got orange slices, the candy.
Oh.
Orange slices, where it's just it's like chewy orange with sugar on the outside. I got orange slices. I really like a combo on a road trip.
Yes.
A cracker combo with cheese, maybe. Different combo. I don't care. I like combos.
Yeah.
And another one's another salty snack that I go to a lot, and that's just the Gardetto. The Snackins. I really like Gardettos. That's my go-to 3. You liked combos?
I didn't think...
You liked combos in my first one. The fact that you didn't like...
I loved combos.
Combos are good.
But I know you're an orange slice guy, but I'm not really an orange slice girl.
That's true, you're not. I will say I ate them today, and they were... I didn't like them that much. I hadn't had them a long time. They were very sugary. They were tough.
Yeah.
They were a tough hang.
That's what you used to crush when you
I get high.
Smoked the reefer.
When I smoked weed. I don't smoke weed anymore, guys. We are not a weed podcast. So if you smoke weed while you listen to this, stop listening. I don't really
No.
give a fuck what you do. Do whatever you want. Whatever.
Just don't blow it in our face,
Just don't
because if
blow it
we
in our
get high,
face.
we get paranoid.
Yeah, we get real paranoid. We're a paranoid duo.
Whoop.
I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. Anxiety to the max. Some people are like, oh, I smoke weed because I have high anxiety. I'm like, I have anxiety because I smoke weed. Chicken or the egg? Chicken or the egg? Chicken or the egg? Fuck it. Hey, Tara. Have a two. Wait, Tara, we're not doing a grievance this week. We don't have time.
That's okay.
We're like,
I
think we might be at like an hour and a half. Not quite.
Jesus.
Not quite. There was a couple breakups in there I got to get rid of, but it got long. Hey, Tara. People are going to be pissed. Do a quick grievance really fast.
I don't think I have one.
Okay. I was a piece of shit all weekend.
I got one. I was just going to say, here's one of my grievances. I have really started liking liquid IV. I think it helps me in the heat with migraines.
Quicker.
And Drew basically shamed me all weekend for drinking them and said it was fake and that I was a loser, basically.
Yeah, I did. I didn't buy that. It actually is more high. I mean, water has the most hydrating thing. You don't need anything else. Water hydrates you.
It has like 3 times the hydration.
Tara, it's not hydrating you more. That is a fact. We did look it up. It says it hydrates you faster, as its claim. It doesn't hydrate you more.
Perfect.
But it claims it hydrates you faster, which I don't buy. What really it is a bunch of other shit. There's a bunch of other shit in it, sugar and shit that makes your brain like it's giving you placebo effects and things like that, getting your dopamine. So I don't buy that it actually hydrates you more. Water is the best thing to drink for hydration, Tara. Straight up water.
Or a delicious White Claw.
Oh, that's true. Or a delicious Truly. Tara, have a fucking Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon fights.
Melon fights.